Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
Take my latest run-in with Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
Believe it, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And here we go.
Welcome to the Wrestling Asylum. I am the Dr. Harley Quinn. Oh, and by the way, Paul Heyman, Rhea Ripley, acknowledge me. Sorry about that. But like I said, welcome to the Wrestling Asylum. I am the good Dr. Harley Quinn, and I am here to introduce to you to the man who runs this amazing, wonderful place. The one, the only, the Joka. And he's here.
You know, folks, if you didn't catch it already, last week in wrestling, the guys tore it up last night. And if you didn't catch it a little over an hour and a half ago, make sure you catch the replay of Blackheart's Angels. But do us a big favor. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified. Welcome into my asylum. You know, telegraph, telephone, telegram, tell a friend, tell a wrestler. You know what their deal is. That's the rap sheet. Anything less is too civilized. And as always, don't forget to show some love to our amazing sponsors we're brand ambassadors for, starting with our good friends. To find it all, it's at Linktree/Off the Top Ropes podcast. You'll find all the links to what you want to find. Everything off the top rope. Includes where to listen, folks. But don't forget to check out our friends at W Energy. Kick the coffee habit. 10% off with the OTTR Mob promo code coffee. Kick that bitch to the curb if you haven't already, because, well, I digress. Also,
delicious.
Did you not hear? Brand ambassadors for the new DAU Dream Live brand. Check them out. DreamLive.store, 15% off OTTR Mob.
Got one
and
on.
Then, are you looking for some bling?
Looking for some shades?
Solist.
Yeah.
Get Solist.com. 25% off. You know the promo code. We don't got to tell you. It's already up there right for you to see. Get looking glossy, glassy, whatever you want to call it. The kids call it. Whatever the kids are calling it these days.
Yeah, true.
But this week, we have a little artwork of sorts.
Yes.
You know, in the second half, I have my illustrious chambers. One of them will randomly open every week. This week is a topic of what if.
Ooh.
What if Impact Wrestling never existed?
Yikes.
How would it impact, pun intended, the current situation in pro wrestling? And then, everybody knows the rules in here. Create as much energy as you want. Just don't take much. Don't try and take over the place. Well,
don't try and hurt the doctor, by the way.
A fresh victim has entered my illustrious abode.
Yeah.
I guess she did not get the memo.
Nope.
I apologize in advance to one Uncle Fat. Nia Jaxx, you have to face my wrath, dear. Sorry. But this week has been very interesting. since last Sunday. So I
Ooh.
think it would be only fitting that the first thing we're going to talk about is we all are well aware of the Wednesday Night War starting in 2019, all the tribalism crap.
Yes.
Well, guess what? Due to the
Yep.
Major League Baseball playoffs, guess what?
Mm-hmm.
The war's back on
Tuesday.
Tuesday? What's going on here? So,
No.
AEW has moved to Tuesday for one night only, and we know what's happened every time NXT has tried to go toe-to-toe against AEW. NXT's only got one victory. They're pulling out all the stops. Cody Rhodes is supposed to be there. Paul Heyman's going to represent Braun Breaker. Carmelo Hayes will have none other than the 16-time champion John Cena and his. And we're getting a star-studded. But with AEW, the second topic that we're going to discuss later, you see it up on the screen. Jimmy, number one contender, will battle Hangman Adam Page after the attack the last few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
He will get his rematch after being fully medically cleared from that concussion.
Thank God.
He battles the international champion Rey Fenix. Saraya will defend against Hikaru Shida. And then
here we go.
The second topic, the rated R superstar Adam Copeland will debut on Dynamite when he takes on Luchasaurus. And like I stated, it is official. Tony Khan signed it at Full Gear. The Switchblade goes up against the owner of the Triple B, the reigning world champion, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Will Guns and Juice interfere? Or after the attacks on Jay White just a few weeks ago, was somebody wearing Max's devil mask? Will we find out the identity of those attackers? Was it Max all along who jumped? Or somebody working on Max's behalf?
Or someone completely independent of Max?
Or did somebody else borrow the mask? Lots of speculation here, but both cards head to head. I'm going to kick this thing off a little bit. I'm done with the tribalism crap. I mean, I see it all over the IWC. My philosophy is simple. Enjoy what you do. Critique what you don't and think could be better. Don't act like a booker. Because unless you've actually done it, shut up. All right?
Zip it.
Okay? I understand, Bobby. I will get to it. Don't worry. I've got some things I've been dealing with. But my point is, you have AEW, who is established now. We know, WWE and NXT are brand names, but here's the thing with NXT. You haven't had the wave of momentum that you had when it first started.
Right.
Okay. Yes, the pandemic screwed the pooch a bit. Not gonna lie about it. But you didn't prepare and build enough so that when you called up Tommaso Ciampa, Gargano, Indy, all the NXT names from that prior to that came up, you hadn't built enough there to slip right in and continue carrying the momentum. There was a time, and a lot of people know this. When's the last time NXT sold out 15,000?
It's been a long time. Barclays has been a long time.
Okay.
What about 5 years, I think, maybe?
It's been at least 5 or 6. Okay.
Around there.
When's the last time NXT did a major arena? They've been at Full Sail for the last time. Three, maybe 3.5.
Somewhere around there.
We had takeovers that it was logical. And now, no offense, Michael, kiss my bottom. No offense. I'm going to say this for what it is. What I saw the other night with Trick Williams
Ooh,
That was bullshit.
that was.
Calling you to the dance.
Fuck you,
Last
Shawn Michaels. How dare you do that to Trick
bullshit.
Williams? How dare you?
Hang on. Now,
Go ahead.
it's one thing if you did it, finding out that, okay, we thought Dominic got hurt, turned out he didn't,
Nope.
then say something.
Okay.
Mention it, hint at it, kayfabe, folks.
Yep.
My thing is, to me, personally, you don't crown him only to fuck him royally. Now,
3 days later. Oh, God.
Yep. Now, here's the flip side of that coin. If we learn that Carmelo and Trick are heading to the main roster, then I can see, okay, they're working towards something else. There's something we might not be seeing.
There's some sort of story there.
Now, I find it too funny, and people in the chat, please feel free to agree, disagree. But the minute we hear that AEW is going to be on a Tuesday night, also known as Title Tuesday, and the first one that says Kitty Tuesday, I got a problem with that.
Yes.
Because, no comment, Your Honor. I don't think anybody's complaining on that one.
No,
Anyway,
not at all.
But my point is simple. All right, you have a situation where now you're pulling what Bischoff and them did in the latter part of the Monday Night War.
Ooh.
You are now too focused on what Tony Khan's doing.
Right.
That you're trying to counter program. So what are you doing?
Exactly.
You're bringing in Heyman. You're bringing in Cena. You're bringing in Cody, whoever else. To me, to an extent, I get it. But here's the problem that you have.
It feels
petty. What is that saying to the young talent? Now, on the flip side again, Tony Khan, to some degree, has brought certain people over. We'll talk about that in a minute. But look what else. Look at what he did before.
Yes.
He built young talent, helped them get over. They're now established. When you have certain bigger names before them coming in, they come in to help elevate. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All the scenarios change. It's just the way it is. It's a never-ending book. It's never
exactly.
Okay.
Nope.
But for me, in my opinion, you need to let the young talent of NXT sink or swim now.
Yep.
Now, is it okay that you have Cena and Heyman in the respective corners? I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Because here's what's going to happen. You are going to create a moment where it's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Okay. We did that 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. NXT only won in the ratings twice.
Yep.
And side note for everybody out there that pisses and moans and laughs at AEW and their ratings, let me explain something to you. We're in the fall. What does that mean?
Football.
Hockey.
Hockey coming up.
Baseball playoffs.
Yep.
Basketball.
Yep.
Guess what, folks? Have a brain. Get a clue.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
They're not gonna
know that ahead of time.
Right.
Am I wrong? I mean, Kristii,
no, you're not.
Am I wrong?
No.
I mean, where do you sit on that? Because no offense, the tribalism from this, in my overall, it's getting to be to where the IWC is causing many wrestlers to go, fuck this, delete their shit, or fire back. And some of them are not nice. I'm okay with them not being nice.
No, true.
You get what you get. I'm going to let you chime in here because, I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I want your perspective from your view, the ladies' view of it all.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me where you sit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for healthy competition, but the tribalism is so freaking irritating. Every comment on Twitter, they're all talking about, I'm like, stop. Just stop. It's getting irritating. It's getting toxic. Like you said, we've got all these things going on in the fall. We've got the NFL's going on. Hockey, NHL's about to get started again. We have the baseball playoffs going on, and that'll lead into the World Series. We have the NBA about ready to start up all over again. So you have all that. Like I said, I'm all for healthy competition, and I'm all for enjoying WWE and AEW because they're each different. They each bring something different to the table. Stop with the tribalism. It's just getting stupid.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, and I hope everybody says something in the chat here other than talking about it. To me personally, all right, when I'm having to hear certain big names have to call it out, folks, you got a problem. So I'm going to say this for what it is. To the IWC who troll, who make it this way, here's what you can do. And this is going to be a Serenity No moment, so be prepared.
Here we go.
Get off the laptop. Get out of mommy's basement eating your ramen noodles and watching too much porn. Get a clue.
Yes.
And actually live. Here's why. Because what you do is always going to come back on you. Okay? And I'll put it to you like this. When you have Soraya mentioning it,
yes,
going
there's
into
a big one right there.
Going into this Tuesday, you know it's getting out of hand. Do I like the fact that it's got to go head to head again? The only thing I'd royally be like, oh shit, is only one thing.
Which is what?
AEW doing the unthinkable.
Which is what?
Travel back to 1995 to 2000. One night only.
Oh my God.
No, I don't think it can. I'm not saying AEW couldn't possibly pull from them, but no. Can't. You don't have the fan base level that existed then. You have a different level because you got DVR, all that.
DVR, all that other stuff.
I think Dynamite could have a better show as far as action.
Yes.
In terms of possibly story or promo, to some degree, WWE might come out on top there. Now, I find it ironic you called out Cody. You really want him to bash his buddies? Come on, Vince.
No.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Vince don't have creative control. No. This was probably a Triple H decision.
Probably.
I mean, and here's a fun fact that a lot of people may know, some may not. It was talked about recently. Turns out, when it comes to TKO, Hunter is not on the board of directors.
No, that was reported a while ago when the whole thing took place. He wasn't going to be on the board.
So, in terms of creative, if Hunter made this call to call in the likes of Cena and Paul and Cody and whoever else you might see, I mean, now we're hearing rumor of the Phenom.
I heard that also.
We're
going overboard.
Overkill.
It is.
It's to the point where you're telling the younger talent, we don't think you got it.
Right.
Now, granted.
Why?
Tony Khan's done some mistakes too.
Yeah.
So don't think for a minute, and I think, Doc, you'll agree, that at any moment, young talent in both companies are like, well, I mean, look, we've all been hearing rumors for months about who's going to jump next. Now, do I think Jade shows up tonight? Maybe.
Probably. Maybe. She's reported to be in Indianapolis, so.
Or, here's how I book it.
Ooh.
Don't have her come out. Make it. We already know the announcement, but make it official on a pay-per-view. This special main event bullshit that they call it nowadays. Eat my shorts. It's
Right,
always going to be
exactly.
pay-per-view. You don't like
Exactly.
it.
Premium
fine.
live event is the
Sorry, no.
suckiest term ever created by those guys.
It's the stupidest thing. Call it a
It
pay-per-view.
is.
Call a spade a
Yeah,
spade. That's how it's
exactly.
always going to be. You screwed the pooch
exactly.
giving away that revenue. That was your
Exactly.
screw, you dumb.
That's the
could have been
decision you made when you
way more
signed
than
with
you
Peacock.
Okay. But we make the formal announcement. We fast forward to Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
She's sitting in the audience in NXT. No interaction. Have her be looking at the talent going, just stroking her
Have her
chin.
be like scouting who she could be competing against.
Competing
If this
against
is where she ends
on
up.
Raw.
Or that too.
We know she's going to likely end up on Monday Night Raw when she does debut. But have her in the crowd because think about it. Look at some of the talent that they did with that. Trish Stratus is being one of them.
Yeah.
Do what they did when they brought back Mandy Rose. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like it proved to be the best thing for Mandy to do is go back down to NXT because look what happened.
It did. I still think the reason they let her go, we're not going to dive
stupid.
into that.
I know. It's
we've
already talked about.
Nope.
We're not going there.
Because if there are children present, that's X-rated.
We don't want you. No. We're going to be considerate to the kids on this one. Just on that. This is a
TVMA show.
Yes, it's not meant for kids under 17.
If we're going to go to X-rate, kids, leave the room. Okay? Future reference. If this show ever goes to an X-rated moment,
just leave the room.
Leave the room.
Okay. Get out of the room.
But my point is this. All right. Do I think it's going to be healthy to see this one more time? Sure. I think AEW is going to pull some viewers away.
Yeah.
Because of what we're going to dive into very shortly.
Yes.
But here's my issue. And I'll say it until I'm purple. No pun intended. There comes a point now where NXT needs something. Get it on the
swift kick in the pants. Exactly.
It needs one good kick in the crotch. Okay? And the reason I say it is you're in full sail too much.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta. I mean, I know you do little things with like going to different towns in and around the Orlando area, but get out at least travel out of the state of Florida at least.
Get out of Florida at least. Yes, I agree. But what you do, get some of the smaller arenas that like 5, 7, 9,000, that type of shit.
Yeah, right around there.
Like Tony has done in most cases. Some of them he's like to the hill. My philosophy is simple. You now have, if you're going to build this into what many are wanting in the upper echelon with TKO on the WWE side, to be its own separate brand, not to say that it hasn't already, but we kind of, when you took it off the network and you brought it to TV, the moment AEW showed up, you got handed to you.
You got screwed in a way.
You can't, and Char makes a valid point. You're not building the young talent up.
Right.
Now, are there certain
Alyssa.
I think there is certain young talent. Alyssa said it. Char agrees. There are certain young talent that benefit from a John Cena or a Paul Heyman. Cody's still in his prime. He's hitting it. He's getting it.
He's getting
But
there.
you now are at a crossroads, no pun intended, where you have to either see them sink or swim in pulling fans, as the American dream once said, baby. Flat 18 inches.
Yeah.
Ticket. Okay. There comes a point where you're going to start going, okay, I'm going to say this for what it is. We don't know when she's coming back, but I guarantee you, when Nikita Lyons shows up, believe me, folks,
there's going to be some very, very happy people.
I'm only laughing on the outside. My smile is just skin deep. If you could see inside, I'm really crying. You might join me for a week.
But my point is, don't get me wrong, Tony's done it in certain instances too.
He has.
But the WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, has been notorious for this over the last 10 years, at bare minimum. And there comes a point where you have to now say, okay, we got to start rebuilding.
Yeah.
We haven't been doing that.
No.
And you know what? The reason I bring up Nikita Lyons is we need to have her come back for a short while in NXT.
Yeah.
Pay off the attacker storyline, which turned out to be Blair Davenport.
Right.
Once that happens, I guarantee you she hits that main roster between the sex appeal, the striking she's capable of, and the fact that she can move. She'll become a big name. She went away. We all know she got hurt back in January. You know,
she did.
Legit. But now she's been gone rehabbing. We're going to probably in the weeks ahead start seeing her gradually start to show. You're going to hear little snippets. How they do it, I don't know. But if I guarantee you, you lose her in the shuffle, and let her go. There is a very nice young man out of Jacksonville who won't just bring her in, but that roster are going to be able to work with her in
get a boost,
skill and her worth. She will be able to sit under learning trees like Athena, like a Ruby Soho, or Tony Storm, Soraya, Mercedes Martinez. There are a plethora.
List goes on and on.
But you're going to see the focus on her. Now, it takes time. Not saying you can't rush it, but we're now at a crossroads here at the current crop in NXT. It has to be done. And I'm going to close this segment with this. Enjoy it. Critique it. Tribalism has to, as a certain Stormbringer would say, cut the shit.
Yeah, exactly. Cut the shit.
If I had a turd, I'd cut it for you, but I don't. I won't, and I can't, so I shan't. But my last comment to you all is enjoy Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to feel weird on Wednesday.
Yes, it will.
But to switch gears.
Yes.
We got some dream matches on Sunday this past week at Wrestle Dream.
Yes, we did.
One moment kind of stood out. I knew it might happen. It was being teased, worst kept secret shit. But if it would have been swerved, pun intended to the swervy one, whose house been?
Swerve's house.
Made it even more interesting. But last Sunday became, everybody makes fun of Tony for saying a new era, but it is
a new era.
Now, Doc, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got a new edge to it, don't you think?
Yes, it did. And a new rating, rated R. Yes, indeed. Whew. It's gonna be,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Doc, say it.
Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, is All Elite. Made his debut Sunday night at Wrestle Dream in Seattle after his very long time childhood friend Christian Cage defeated Darby Allin in a 2 out of 3 falls match in the main event. And let's just say, yes.
Didn't a certain young friend of Darby's screw him in that match?
Yes, Nick Wayne did. Basically,
This everything on the screen speaks for itself.
It does. Basically, Nick Wayne paid dearly for that because he got speared by Mr. Adam Copeland. So,
And so did Luchasaurus. Now,
so did Luchasaurus. And ironically, on Tuesday, I want to call him Edge. I'm sorry. I want to call him Edge. He will always be Edge to me. Adam Copeland. It will have his first match this Tuesday against none other than Luchasaurus.
And it looks like Luchasaurus has his mentor, the TNT champion, in his corner.
Mm-hmm. He does. Directly the same gentleman on Wednesday who told Adam Copeland to go fuck himself.
I gotta admit, when I saw the closing of Wrestle Dream,
mm-hmm.
all right, I'm like, if he shows up,
ooh,
that place will explode. And it did.
It will. It did.
It did.
I mean, I just had that funny feeling like something's about
here's
to
the
happen.
other
I don't know
piece
what it is, but something's going to happen.
Here's the other piece to this. And fans are now going to have to understand.
Yes.
He said it in the scrum. He's there to help, to contribute,
he is.
do whatever he can.
He can help the young talent, compete with the older talent. I mean,
from him on a recent interview with CBS Sports.
Ooh.
That's huge.
It is
for
huge.
CBS Sports to notice this.
Yes, that's a big deal.
Huge promotion for AEW and plugging and promoting. Okay?
Yeah.
He has made it clear whenever we get the storyline done between him and Christian currently, it will be one last time.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to close their career
together
in AEW.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And I smell a one-off of something if Tony, Scott D'Amore, can pull it off. You get, and it's not been seen in almost 20 plus years. There's been a pay-per-view named after it. I don't want them to do this one more time because of how viciously violent this is.
Yes.
TLC.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
One more round.
And I think we know the perfect tag team who could do this, though I don't think people want that to happen.
Or I would like to see a triple threat triangle match. The way that works is simple, folks. Both members of a particular team have to be pinned to get eliminated. 3 teams, 1 iconic legacy, 1 team standing.
Yes.
And here's the fun part. With Edge being there, you also get some dream matches. We're going to see him battle Darby at some point.
Yes.
We're going to Moxley was mentioned. Here's a big one.
Okay.
These two, you see it on Collision.
Yeah.
He's mentioned it. He wants to go against Miro.
Yes, I heard that.
Andrade.
Yes.
Malachi Black. Shout out to Malachi Black. He was suffering from some little injuries. Took some time to heal. He'll be back. All you IWC troll morons, quit speculating and spending bullshit.
Quit speculating. He's just taking care of himself.
Okay. But look at what you're now bringing with Edge.
Yeah.
You have the chance for him to do things he didn't get to do.
Yeah. Get to compete against people he didn't get to compete against. Claudio,
look at the battle. Alyssa said it, Battle of the Atoms, but you forgot one.
Oh, yes.
Baby. Shout out to Adam Copeland.
Baby.
Heal up well. I heard you got to have some screws and plates put into your foot.
Yeah.
Couldn't come at a bad time. But I guarantee you his healing and return are going to be even better. I'll put it this way. You saw the interaction Wednesday. Edge said hello to an old friend.
Yes.
And a young man not only showed him respect, but a well-known established legend in his prime has said he looks forward to any business they will have in the near future.
Yes.
Adam Copeland versus the Cleaner.
Kenny Omega.
I want that one. Hell,
Me
you
too.
mentioned it in the scrum. He wants to face a couple from New Japan.
Yes.
He wants
Could you
Okada.
imagine Adam
You
Copeland
called
versus
out
Tanahashi?
Okada.
Oh my! Oh, Okada.
You called out
There we go.
Okada.
There's another one.
I think we're going to roll this one back in Japan, but we're going to get a rematch between Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. I'm calling that now. After what I saw between those two at Wrestle Dream, I'm telling you straight up, that's getting called back. I could see Zack Sabre Jr. some point in the not too distant future challenging Adam Copeland out.
Yes.
I see that. Hell, you could see a brash Eddie Kingston, Mike Santana. There is now a lot of young talent. He's even mentioned he wants Wardlow.
Yes.
He dropped Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh, there you go.
Here's one I think if you do it right, with the amount of momentum this kid's on,
yes,
Edge will put him over so massively it's not even funny.
MJF?
Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks, yes!
Here's something. You could see Edge, just for the hell of it to help, go up and help with things at ROH.
Yeah.
Whether it's backstage or have a few matches to help them. And guess what else? He could
go up against like Dalton Castle or something like that. Yeah.
Dalton Castle.
Yep.
Member of the Kingdom.
Matt Taven, Mike Bennett.
There's one in particular that I'd like to see. The Sussex County Chicken and the Rated R.
Mark Briscoe.
Now, Mark's been doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yes.
So he's been helping at Ring of Honor. Not to say that he won't wrestle. I know he will.
I think he will once his knee feels better.
Yeah, you still got to let that happen. But
you got to let that happen first.
Let's look at where we're at.
Yes.
With Adam Copeland.
Yes.
You are going to, in no time, take the of Phil Brooks. And
you can get rid of the stench of one Phil Brooks.
I never recall CBS wanting to interview Phillip Brooks.
Oh, I know ESPN did, but CBS Sports said bigger than ESPN.
CBS is global, okay?
He's all over the world.
When you have a major network sports division interviewing you, that is a pick six.
It is.
So guess what? We are now crossing into an age of AEW. Even Bischoff never.
He could have never foreseen this.
Coming. And Bischoff has said, with Edge coming, this gives new light because what? Now, for that young talent, for the bullshit of one Jack Perry,
you
now have and I'm not comparing, Undertaker-like leader / legend in the locker room that if that shit goes down,
he's going to let you know about it.
Nope.
He won't tolerate. Adam Copeland will not tolerate it. He's dealt with toxic locker rooms.
If you make a comment about if you pull the shit that Jungle Boy pulled at All In,
you're going to be that
happened in his match.
Yeah.
Edge isn't going to get physical. He'll pull you to the fucking side and let you have it, and you're going to take it.
He will rip you a new. He will verbally rip you a new one.
You'll take it, or here's what will happen. He will kindly go to Tony and go, you need to check him.
Yeah.
And you're going to be on punishment.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Now, I'm going to say this.
He's going to make Jack Perry the thing with this, I think with Jack Perry, I think Edge is going to make him respect him.
I don't think he has to.
He doesn't have to.
Because the name recognition will be enough. Exactly. My only thing will be this. If Jungle Boy does get reinstated, because we know when he's suspended indefinitely, that's code for motherfucker, you ain't coming back.
Right.
You're done. You're sitting for the remainder of the contract till I decide whether or not
to bring you back.
Okay. There could come a scenario where Edge, now known as Adam, using his real name, Adam comes to Tony and says, listen, let me fix the mess that Jungle Boy created. I'm gonna solve it. You bring him in, Adam's going to pull him into a room privately and make it clear.
Yep.
The shit you pulled with Phil, you will not pull with me.
You're not going to. Exactly.
You think you know?
But you don't.
No. No. None. And
I've dealt with people like you before, so I know what to do.
And ironically, Edge did work with Phil Brooks for a short time, if you remember.
Yep.
But
because Phil Brooks was in WWE when Edge was there, so yeah, I remember that.
The one thing that I will say is this: hearing the music made me happy.
Me too.
He said anything else wouldn't have felt right.
Right.
Having Beth redo the opening line before
you think you know him. That was great.
Was perfect.
It was perfect.
The way they shot the vignette leading to him coming out.
Oh my God, that car in that vignette was so cool.
When he described how they shot this in the scrum,
he was laughing.
He was laughing and having fun. Guess what? Name a time WWE has done that in recent memory.
Nope, I can't remember.
This is the part where we get the Jeopardy bell. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But my point is, folks, Adam Copeland has now caused a national holy shit moment.
It has.
It's about to get bigger.
It is.
The names he's listed are just a sliver of what's coming.
Yes, I'm sure there's more to come.
Up, maybe for a one-off.
Maybe for a one-off. That would be nice.
If I find out, according to Mr. Danielson, that his wife's wanting to come,
Bree, oh my God,
stay home. Like your sister.
Please.
Stay home.
Yeah, I mean, we know with Nikki, it's her neck that's she's not coming back to the ring.
Nikki can't wrestle her neck shot.
Her neck is done.
Save yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor.
Stay at home. Your babies need you.
Mm-hmm. If your husband has said by next year he's calling it, then do a solid.
Yeah, and then come back. That way he can be with the children.
Not to say that can't happen, but if you come back now,
not a good idea.
You are going to have fans with mixed thoughts, and this fan ain't going to be thrilled.
Nope.
Same. Overall, this was the best thing that could help.
Oh, yes.
I liked how they worst kept secret. It was right there, dead in front of you. You knew. You just weren't sure, is it going to be this or that? So with that being said, I got to say, Edge, now using his formal name, shocked everybody at Wrestle Dream, has now woken so many fans up.
We're definitely going to get that.
Let's see what happens on Tuesday.
Yes, against
we
Luchasaurus.
know Edge is doing great. He's on the verge of 50.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Holy crap.
And it would only be done cinematically. Him and Sting, one-on-one.
Oh, my God.
No Darby, no anybody.
No Darby. No, nobody. Just those guys.
Have the story. Makes sense.
If they do it cinematically, it's going to look incredible.
If you do it cinematically, here's the only thing. It's two legends, mutual respect, make the story logical. That's it.
Yes.
That's all I ask.
That makes sense. Yeah, exactly.
But you now have a legend/veteran.
Yes.
Who's genuinely wanting this. And we almost got this 3 years ago. A lot of you, if you didn't know, 3 years ago, I want to say it was at the end of 2019, coming into 2020. Edge was getting the itch, and he was waiting for medical clearance to find out if he could go. When he got it, Vince came knocking first, but Tony respected it and left the door open. And you want to know why the music stayed and the rated R moniker stayed? There's a news flash.
The music I know, Edge is friends with the band Alter Bridge, so
and they gave it to him.
Take the song, use it. Use a short song.
It's the same
As
way.
for the trademark.
The trademark's expired.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Copeland found out. He chose to take them into his own personal hands. Tell Vince, this is
It's
mine
now.
I'm going to own it long after I'm retired. Thank you for helping me build it. But now I want to give my baby its proper send-off. That said, before we go to commercial, this is, you are not going to want to miss Edge every week. Now, the only thing that's going to be interesting, he made it clear, AEW World Championship would look pretty good on him.
Oh, yeah.
One off. Wouldn't mind it. I don't think he needs it at this point.
He doesn't.
But if they did it in the short term to help get somebody built up next, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you just got a huge pick 6.
Exactly.
In terms of teaching younger talent. Who's going to sit under the tree remains. Well, one thing I can tell you is next Tuesday night, this coming week, the Wednesday Night War has transferred to Tuesday. Adam Copeland is now part of the group of leaders that are going to go against NXT. I can't wait to see what both do, but this is huge. This now reminds fans, you have homegrown talent in AEW who are putting the asses in the seats.
Yes.
Along with some of the well-known names, but now you've got a major well-known name.
Oh, yeah.
You almost had to.
You almost.
Oh, no, there was another one.
There was?
I'm trying to get verification, and if it's who I think it is, Vince would have been pissed. No.
I bet he would have been.
No. Like, if it would have happened in the Attitude Era, Vince would have gone under.
Oh, my God.
You just pick which of the two names are in my head, and I will tell you yes or no.
The Rock.
Nope.
Stone Cold.
That's one of them.
Okay.
There's only one other name in my head.
Can't be the Undertaker.
Yep. Yep. Whether or not that's 100% accurate, I don't know specifically, but I will tell all you fans this before we go to break. There was discussions. And guess what? You can thank Adam's daughter for saying, go have fun with Uncle Jay. And fun fact, since we're going to mention the Phenom, the GOAT times a billion.
Yes.
He told Edge, go do it. Because he called Mark Calloway and asked for his advice. He mentioned that.
And they are really good friends out of the ring. Yeah. They had an epic, they had a great rivalry in WWE.
Yes, they did. So you need to also thank the dead man for saying, yo, dude, you've done everything for Vince. Go work with a young group of kids who want that. Go for it. Go have fun. If Taker, God forbid, would have showed up,
I would have been over.
Entire locker room's butthole would be so tight with a diamond in a week because you would have seen the resurgence of Wrestlers Court.
Damn.
And I used the shit between Punk and the Elite, and then Punk and Jack Perry would not have happened because Wrestlers Court would have been convened. And everybody would have got their head.
Exactly.
But folks, with that said, Adam Copeland has now come to the land of the elite. I look forward to seeing. I know you do. We're going to take a quick break. Get your snacks, get your beer, get your little 420 ready and rolling. Because when we come back, my what if chamber is opened and some irresistible force tried to screw around here, and well, she got to pay the penalty. So
she's been asking for it for a while now. Now she's gonna get it.
So before we go to break, Uncle Fats, don't hate me.
We're sorry, Uncle Fats. Please.
See you after the commercial break, folks.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Uh-oh.
I guess we might have to wait a minute for commercial then.
Probably.
But that's okay. I want to ask the chat this one question, though.
Oh, here we go.
How would you have reacted if the dead man did show up?
I would have fainted. That would have been me. I would have fainted right on my couch.
I think
would have been like, I can't believe this is happening.
I think had the infamous gong gone off and he walked through that curtain,
oh my God,
Vince would have gone.
Ugh.
Just like Jay White in New Japan. Okay? I am not wrong.
Yeah, that's what Vince would have been saying if the dead man showed up in AEW. It would have been
if he showed up
the same way Jay White did.
I would have laughed if out of nowhere and the boss brings a valid point, like Kenny Omega going to MLW.
Yeah.
Imagine if the rattlesnake showed up.
Oh God. You would have heard the glass shatter and just forget it. The place would be gone.
Not even to wrestle. He just shows up.
Mm-hmm.
That becomes headline.
Mm-hmm.
That becomes
like Kenny Omega going to Major League Wrestling.
Yeah. So the landscape with everything that we've seen in the last 7 days just got huge.
It did.
So I'm going to say this for what it is. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland's arrival now has bigger and better learning tree than you could ever imagine. I better start seeing talent still utilize the likes of Arn Anderson or Tony Schiavone or Jericho.
Yep.
But you now have a major main eventer in Adam Copeland coming to you.
Oh, yeah.
And the minute he tells you all, how can I help?
You better listen.
We're going to get some good shit.
We are.
Only thing I want to know is will we see only one time heel Adam Copeland?
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
One. That's it.
Just one.
With that said, we are now going to go to commercial.
What are you laughing at?
We're going to go to break, and when we come back, the chamber is open, and my chair awaits.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Tonight on The Joker, will Batman defeat our charismatic star in time to save the hostages? Will Joka finally take control of Gotham once and for all? To find out, stay tuned. Same Joka crime, same Joka channel.
Motherfuckers call me fucking names.
The forecast?
See who's fucking calling new names tomorrow when I fucking go in there and shoot the fuck out of the teachers, students. Motherfucker that fucking called me a dork. See who's a fucking dork now, bitch.
The motherfucking bitch.
Hold on.
Ooh, the bitch that cheated on me with my friend. With my goddamn friend.
Man, who the fuck you talking about, though? I know you ain't talking.
The bitch. My bitch. She cheated on me. I'ma kill that bitch. I'ma kill her.
Hold on.
And I'ma kill that motherfucker. Let's go.
Stop. Nigga tripping again.
Yo, it's me.
Oh, what up, nigga? I was just about to call you, man.
Nigga, you got that from me?
I mean, man, I got it, but, I mean, this nigga up the block who owe me, man, as soon as he give me my bread, man, I'ma pay you, man. Dog, I swear, man, I got a couple of runs to make, and I'ma get you.
New and improved Joka products with a new secret ingredient. Smiley.
Love that Joker.
Uh-oh. He don't look happy. He's been using Brand X. But with new Joker brand, I get agreeing again and again.
That luscious tan, those ruby lips and hair color, so natural, only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Love that Joker.
So remember, put on a happy face.
What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Miss Layla Gray, and you are listening to Off the Top Rope podcast. Y'all need to check out this interview. Check out my man, because he knows how to do his damn job. So, check it out. Stay tuned.
Well, this is Tana Lee, all you want to see, and I'm here on Off the Top Ropes Radio. And make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and share for more.
Wow, the stinger.
Timmy, I'm from the Dream Come True Fantasy Contest. You ready to wrestle?
You bet. Mom, Dad, it's really him. Hold on. Okay, now I'm ready.
It looks so real.
Don't count on Sprite to do anything but quench your thirst.
Wanna go 2 out of 3?
That's more like it. No, this piece is not for sale. Money is no object. I've got the power of the card.
Get the power of the all-new official WCW MasterCard. 10 original designs, all featuring the new look WCW logo, plus Nature Boy Ric Flair, Conan, and the new WCW card.
Of course, you know the one I carry. Quite.
We're back.
And
Yes, we are back.
Folks. You know, everybody knows that I have my 3 luscious chambers, and each week they open. But this week, my beautiful What If chamber opened. I don't think I ever think this through, but I'm going to dig into it. What would have happened if Jeff Jarrett ended up going to WWE and TNA/Impact Wrestling never existed? I want you to come into my chamber. Join me, if you will. Let's dig into that very scenario. What if our luscious TNA never existed?
Ooh.
So, we all know the deal. TNA Wrestling was founded by Jeff Jarrett in June of 2002. It would go from the Asylum days where you had the weekly $10 pay-per-view. I wonder what that formula is for, to eventually Fox Sports and doing it live on there, which had a timer for matches, things like that, to eventually going to what TNN would be renamed, known as Spike. Spike TV's debut for TNA helped get them into a wave of momentum.
Yeah.
Over the years, TNA has helped build stars that we are very familiar of. And TNA
Yep.
was the catalyst to help build what would eventually become in WWE known as the Women's Revolution, which in turn helped plant us a scenario where, as you see on the current slide, the unthinkable eventually would happen.
Yep.
We have seen the likes and the rise of so many talent.
Yes.
And what many people do not know is in the beginning, when Ring of Honor was coming up, there was a deal with TNA
Mm-hmm.
and Ring of Honor. Now, an interesting note about this is there were no TNA titles then in the early days. They had done a deal with the last remaining remnants of the NWA from certain indie promotions nationwide.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's all, we had to pay a licensing fee to borrow the belts.
Damn.
Eventually, in 2007, 2008, around there,
Yeah.
the infamous Fatal 4-Way, where it was Sting, Kurt Angle, Matt Morgan, and AJ Styles, that's where we would eventually see the actual first alliteration of what TNA's World Heavyweight Championship finally would be. For a long time, it used the NWA title.
Yeah.
As we all know, oh, yes, please. Boss every. All right. The ladies love the game. Now, I'm going to name a series of names that showed up in the early part of TNA. Some would become mainstays, and then eventually we would come to know them.
Yeah.
The Cowboy James Storm.
Mm-hmm.
You already know who Jeff Jarrett is. I ain't got to say nothing past that.
Obviously.
Now, two young men who took their rivalry from ROH and had brought it with them for, it was a cup of coffee, give or take. Samoa Joe and CM Punk.
Yeah. There you go.
You had an Alexis LeRae, who you would eventually come to know as Mickie James.
Yes.
You would eventually see the women's wrestlers become known as knockouts. They were the early catalyst to what would counter the, I call it the tramp stamp belt era Vince McMahon had.
Yeah.
And they helped make that. Wait a minute, the ladies can go. You would see you would see Gail Kim's career take off. Then Mickie James shows up. You had the beautiful people. Hey, Velvet Sky, call me. And congratulations to Angelina Love. She got remarried over the weekend. So holla holla.
Yay.
But also, then you see Samoa Joe come. And you see dream matches show up. You would have the rise of more than one alliteration of LAX. You'd have FNX. You would have some legends in the beginning, of course, get, notoriety, all that.
Yeah, that's true.
But here's some names that I'm going to mention from this. Speedball Mike Bailey.
Of course.
The Walking Weapon.
Josh Alexander. Yeah, definitely.
Jessica Havoc. Rosemary.
Yep.
Steve. But there are two very specific names I'm going to mention. There's a reason behind it. Sami Callihan.
Oh, yeah.
Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be mentioning that again at the end. But TNA, a.k.a. Impact.
Yes.
Helped build talent that would eventually go work for Vince.
Or Tony Khan now.
Well, Tony Khan now, but also would end up in Japan. TNA would be where the excursion of one young Shinsuke Nakamura would occur.
Yes, exactly.
And you got a glimpse of the man who one day wouldn't just create the faction known as Chaos, but the Rain. The one and only Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah, the Rainmaker.
Now, here's where this chamber earned its name.
Yes.
Let's dive. If it didn't happen, where would the talent go? Would AJ Styles have gone to the WWE? He has said probably not. He would have either gave up after WCW went under, or he would go to Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, he could have succeeded. I mean, I could see him succeeding in Ring of Honor had he opted to go there if TNA didn't exist.
I agree. A lot of talent would go there too. The indie scene that we've come to know that started at that point would have seen a lot of these names building those small promotions and getting them over and getting notoriety and things. And then you would have the connections that you do today.
Yep,
same thing.
Exactly.
But would they have gotten as big as they did? Because if you think about it, when TNA got the deal with Spike, which is now Paramount, it did a lot.
It really boosted that network's profile in a way. People started tuning in to like, what's on Spike TV? Oh, nice. TNA.
Here's what else it did.
Yeah.
It helped the talent that we've come to know and love get over and noticed in a way that never existed before. You have to remember, we're going back, folks, 22 years. We're at the close of the Monday Night Wars.
Yep.
ECW went under. And here's an interesting side note about that. I'm just going to mention it because it ties to this. If oh my God, Blackheart's agreed.
I'm just ahead of the curve.
He said the exact thing I was thinking.
Exactly. Yeah. If Dixie Carter's gonna get hers. Karma's coming for you, bitch.
I just hope.
Now we're talking.
One more pop.
Upset the established order, and everything becomes chaos. I'm an agent of chaos. Oh, and you know the thing about chaos? It's fair.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Dixie Carter. Oh, jeez.
Dixie Carter screwed the pooch on this.
Yes, she did. She did.
But here's what I'm going to tell you.
All she had to do was show up and everything was fucked.
Oh, please. The only reason she showed up was because Jarrett had a financial problem.
Oh, okay.
And guess what happened? We all know the situation with the now Mrs. Jarrett when she was, well, we're not going to talk about that anymore. Request of one Olympic champ, Olympic gold medalist and Hall of Famer.
We're not going to go there.
We're going to dive into it, but that also played a role. Bischoff and Hogan fucked it up on top of it.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
I believe it.
But here's the other thing. If TNA didn't exist, you wouldn't have had stars that you see now. You wouldn't have gotten a chance to see a young Kota Ibushi or even superstars that were going on excursion in Japan. You wouldn't see it. Because here's what would happen. Okay? Here's the scenario I'll give you. So, TNA don't exist. Where do we go?
Right.
Where am I going to send my talent for excursion? They're not going to get work in WWE. That ain't fucking happening.
No. Nope.
I'm going to have to send them to Mexico.
Mexico?
I'm going to have to cut a deal where I let them wrestle in All Japan. Or parts of Europe. A lot of the talent that you see on the international level, you never would have known.
No.
You would have never known.
Have. Nope, not at all.
So to me personally, all right. Oh, shit. Oh, I had to crack my neck, folks.
Wow.
I know it's a bit.
Yeah.
But to me, in all sincerity, if TNA don't exist, you don't see the catalyst to what the women's revolution becomes. You don't see
Exactly.
a Kong, a Taylor Wilde. You don't see a Tracy Brooks. You don't see Goldilocks and all these women.
You don't see Gail Kim. You don't see
Gail
Gail
Kim's
Kim make
career-
history in that way.
Gail Kim's career kind of got revamped because of going to Impact.
Exactly.
would
She
not
had
see
first
these-
knockout world champion. She had one of the greatest
Rivalries
rivalries
with
with
Awesome
Awesome
Kong.
Kong. I mean, oh my God.
The two of them went to war.
They did.
Okay, you would not see that. But here's something
No, you wouldn't.
that you would not end up getting. And it's a much more recent situation.
Ooh.
So, this is going to be the side note to where I take this. China is well known as being the only woman to wear a men's division's major champion until 3 years ago, when nobody thought it would happen. But it was done in a way that will be known as one of the best stories that's been told that shatters the unthinkable.
The
3
shatters
years
the
ago, Sami
ceiling.
Callihan
Mhm.
and Will went to task against Tessa Blanchard.
Yes.
And eventually, late 2019, did the unthinkable. Tessa Blanchard went
Impact World Champion.
correct. Without Impact, or AKA Tits and Ass Wrestling. Shout out to the boss for that one. Thank you.
Good job, boss. Serenity now.
Sorry, Ed.
It's time to have some fun. Burn it down, brother. Burn it all down.
But without Impact,
Yeah.
you don't see the rise of a Giselle Shaw. You don't see Trinity show up. You don't have an Impact 1000, even though they're now on Axis.
Yes.
And they are still suffering some of the lingering effects of the Hogan, Bischoff, Carter bullshit.
Yep.
They have survived, which has been impressive.
It has
But
been.
if Jeff Jarrett somehow, when the Monday Night Wars ended, did not have the foresight, along with his daddy, to start up a little something, you don't have all that.
You don't.
Ask
You
yourself
don't have the
this.
phenomenal AJ Styles. Is one
Correct.
Of the big
You don't
stars.
have the. You don't have.
You don't have Christopher. You don't have Christopher Daniels.
Nope. You don't have Kazarian. You don't see the resurgence for Christian Cage. That helped
Nope, you
reboost
don't.
his fucking career.
Oh my God.
It helped. It helped in a way, kind of get him into a situation where he would eventually go back to work for Vince, and look how that helped him out for a while.
It helped him out a great deal. I mean, he
And
became
now-
WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep. And now look at Christian now. He's in
TNT
AEW
champion.
doing his thing. But
with his buddy.
Impact does not. Here's what happens with Impact. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If Impact don't exist, none of this does.
Nope, none of it does. Don't see the plethora of talent that would get to showcase their talents if it weren't for TNA. You don't
Exactly
get to
my
see it.
point. Okay. My point is this: without Impact, here's what goes wrong. You don't have the potential to see the formation of AEW, because without Impact, look what happens to you. You also have the likes of the Young Bucks. You don't see Jen Mee. You don't see Matt or Nick Jackson. Think about it.
Nope.
You don't.
You don't get to see those guys.
Because here's what goes wrong. Without TNA, you also would not see the formal rise of the men you come to know and love as the Briscoes.
Oh, yeah.
They appeared, I think, early days, a couple
I think they did.
You would not have even gotten the X Division. You wouldn't even get, and this is one that hits near and dear to home, you would probably not get something so special that it's still mentioned to this day. That high steel cage moment with Alex Taylor. Think about that, folks.
It's huge.
You don't get that moment. And you know why? Because you don't also get the no limits of the X Division. You don't get Ultimate X. And hell, call a spade. You know what you don't get? You don't get Trey Miguel.
No, you don't get Trey Miguel.
You don't see, Chris Sabin and Austin Aries and Alex Shelley.
Nope.
Those guys don't come to exist.
Exactly. Oh,
I mean,
Daphne, she mentions Daphne here.
Oh, that helped Daphne. That helped close part of Daphne's career before, yeah. But
oh Lord,
Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
A lot of what we've come to know don't happen. It don't.
True.
It really doesn't. Because without it, you don't get a lot of key talent that we've come to love. You wouldn't have gotten Kurt Angle to have a resurgence in his career.
No.
You wouldn't. Believe me when I tell you, folks, Impact helped revitalize the career of a lot of pro wrestlers. It helped with the rise of many pros. Here's a fun fact for a lot of you that you're going to want to know.
Right.
You wouldn't have the Dudley Boys against America's Most Wanted. You wouldn't have had the Dudley Boys and LAX.
You wouldn't have had a lot of classic matches.
You wouldn't have gotten the current version of LAX that we've known. You wouldn't have all these talent. Hell, I don't know where Homicide would be without Impact. I'll give you one name.
Okay.
That fans don't know. He did a couple one-offs. He would end up being a staple for a while in the NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Then he would go on to become All Elite. And he's now a dual champion with the NJPW Strong and is the newly crowned Ring of Honor World Champ.
Eddie Kingston.
Correct. Eddie Kingston.
Mad King himself.
That shit doesn't fucking happen.
Exactly.
None of it. So if Jarrett never did that, think about it, the talent, the promos, the matches that we've gotten to love and experience, they don't happen.
Exactly.
We may not see. Let's say it for what it is. You don't get Giselle Shaw. You wouldn't end up knowing you wouldn't even know who Nyla Rose is because these things, certain things that don't happen, don't lead to other certain things that happen.
Exactly.
Without TNA and Jen Me and that short stick, the Young Bucks don't go to Japan and build their footprint that they've built. AEW would have been a 80-20 crapshoot if that didn't happen.
It probably would have.
It never would have happened. Okay? TNA may end up still as being an idea now. Okay? But no offense, folks. I'm going to call a spade for what it is. If TNA doesn't exist, a lot of what we got now don't exist.
Yes.
So I'm enjoying what I see. But I also go, if this didn't happen, do we even get a Bullet Club?
No.
I'm not saying that wouldn't have happened. I'm saying you would still get the first formation where it was Tama Tonga, Carl Anderson, Bad Luck Fale, and Prince Devitt.
Yep. True.
But you don't eventually see the arrival of AJ Styles. He doesn't become well known.
No.
To get that notoriety. And that notoriety doesn't eventually come to fruition to pass it to Kenny Omega, who would pass it to Switchblade, who I don't know who the current leader is of the Bullet Club in Japan at the moment. I think it's Chris Bay maybe or something. I'd have to take a deeper dive at the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm telling
dig
you
in there a little bit.
TNA needed to be born.
It did.
Without it, you may not.
Where would wrestling nowadays be?
It'd be. We'd all still be eating the same bullshit Vince has put out.
Yes. Exactly.
And here's the worst of it. Here's something that you also need to know. This one's going to shock a lot.
Oh, boy.
If TNA don't exist, it doesn't help catapult Ring of Honor to eventually get its own deal.
It's true.
So you have to ask yourself, what if TNA didn't exist? Would anything we have today?
No.
Would we end up eventually learning about the American? We might have learned about the American Dragon and Daniels.
Probably.
But would they have been as beloved as they are now if TNA didn't exist? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's a 50 crapshoot. So before we close the door to the chamber, I'm going to ask the audience this. If TNA did not exist, do you think many of the wrestlers that we've come to know would still be in the biz? Would they have come to WWE? Or would they be in the indies to this day and doing appearances and all this other stuff? What the hell do you do? You have to look at it from that standpoint, because now you have a problem.
You do.
TNA don't exist.
Nope.
It doesn't become that fiery spark.
Oh, yeah.
Forces you to be able to do excursions for New Japan.
Yeah.
You don't see, I said it before, I'll say it again, you don't see a young Kota Ibushi and Nakamura and Okada. So TNA, 1,000+ episodes, and you still being here? This is the golf clap moment. Golf clap.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Bay wouldn't have joined Bullet Club if TNA had not existed.
Yep, you would not have had the classic between Josh Alexander and Speedball. You wouldn't have. And here's
because
you wouldn't have gotten the Ultimate Glass Wall destroyed. You would not have bared witness, and you can give her all the shit you want. You wouldn't have got Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan. You wouldn't have got those classics. You never would have seen her become world champion.
True. Very true.
As we all know, Vince would never let a woman compete in the fucking men's division since China. Walt Disney off of Wish.com. So TNA, I'm glad it's still here, but there in this chamber, if it did not exist, the ripple effect would be unreal. I think we would not have everything we got.
True.
It probably doesn't.
Great talent, matches, you name it.
Hell, you wouldn't even see certain elements of matches.
No.
Okay? And Naaman, and you will not. Don't mention UFC, folks, please.
No, I'm not. I won't.
What other promotion
Please
used a
don't.
six-sided ring?
You're right.
That could have fit the styles of High Flyers and Lucha Libre.
Exactly.
Imagine if Tony Khan, for a one night off, doesn't matter if it's Dynamite, Collision, I don't give a shit.
Doesn't matter if it's a pay-per-view either.
Exactly. Six-sided ring, but it's a match for guys like the Lucha Bros.
There you go.
When
the Kingo,
the other guys, when Top Flight's healed, when eventually Private Parties reassembled from the
Yes.
butt. Okay? You get all the high flying you never thought you'd see. You thought you
Put 'em in
saw
a
it with
six-sided
Daniels and
ring.
all of them. But you get
Mhm.
that. Without TNA, that did fucking happen.
Exactly.
In closing, as we leave my illustrious chamber, I never want to think of it. TNA
I don't want to
existed.
either. No.
Although I have to admit, in the early days, and I know the boss is probably going to laugh when I say this,
Oh
I
my
did
God.
like the strippers in the cages, if you know what I mean. Hey, it lived up to the name.
Hey, why not?
TNA. Oh, and the only good positive thing that I will say have come out had TNA not existed, Vince Russo would have faded away in obscurity fucking way sooner.
Exactly.
Way damn sooner. So as much as I'm glad, that would have been the only positive out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we wouldn't have to worry about Jim Cornette wanting to outlive.
No.
Well, no,
No,
he'd
no.
still want to outlive his ass so he could shit all it.
Yeah, still be spewing his bullshit, pretty much.
Well, it wouldn't be as bad.
Kind of. No, it wouldn't be as bad, but still be bullshit either way.
There would be some, but I don't think it would be as bad as it's been.
No.
But the one beautiful thing would have been, we don't got here another Vinny Roo horseshit.
Nope.
But now, we must bid my chamber adieu.
Bye-bye.
The next time it opens, who knows what's going to be
What
trying to scare the
knows
living
what
hell
will
out of
be-
me.
what-
Because I'll be going, I shudder to
idea
think.
what that chamber's going to show us. That's for sure.
Never do.
Never.
But,
Okay.
Mommy, hold me, I'm scared. But now, the moment you've been waiting for. You know the rules, but a certain unresistible force came in and didn't listen to the former victims and her fellow friends.
Nope.
She attacked the good doc last week.
She did.
And now, ask the inmates to follow the rule. Strap her to my chair.
Yep.
Time to fry.
Time to fry somebody.
We're gonna have to probably do extra crispy, potentially burnt.
Mm-hmm. And we got to give our apologies out to one Uncle Fats.
Uncle Fats,
We're
if you
sorry,
see
we
this,
have to do
sorry,
this,
I
but
do like
you
her,
know,
but
she asked for it.
she's kind of got it coming, okay.
She's got it going. We're sorry.
I never thought I'd have to do it. I just have no choice.
No, we don't have
Just
choice.
don't hurt me,
Please hurt us. Please.
I'll give you the electric.
Sorry.
Miss Nia Jaxx. Come on. We got it.
Oh my goodness, Nia Jaxx.
Nia. Where do I begin?
Nia.
Your family's legacy
Yes.
has a level of respect and dignity that is unmatched. But this moment here,
That's a good one.
I am going to hit you with.
Yes.
First and foremost, Nia, you are too dangerous in the ring.
Yes.
I'm not saying this is ballet. I'm not saying, nobody gets hurt. Everybody gets hurt. But here's a news flash. You've broken bones.
Yes.
You've caused concussions.
Yes.
Folks.
Why did you do this, Nia? Why?
You were in the performance center. Now, I'm not going to say it's completely your fault. The old man did call you up way too fucking quick.
Yes.
I'm not going to say you didn't have some moments. I think it was too soon to put the world championship on you. You still needed some seasoning, as good old JR would say. You still needed some time.
Mm-hmm. You did. Why?
Why did your thick Samoan bonsai dropping ass think to come back?
Tell us why.
Was this Vince's final fuck you before the merger?
Was this his way of giving us the finger?
Or did you kind of have to, well, I want to say it. I mean, I'm kind of thinking
do we
about
want
it.
to say it?
I want, fuck it, I'm gonna. Did you have to?
Let's do it. Did you have to suck his dick and fondle his balls?
Hey,
Come on.
I was trying to
Come
be,
on.
discreet about it. We had to.
Damn.
I'll say that. I will say this. I'll give you all the credit in the world for hitting the gym, telling all the naysayers, go fuck yourself and shit.
True.
But honey, OnlyFans? Really?
Oh, God. What?
And I read a rumor you might have kids?
What?
Nia,
come on now.
you got kids.
Seriously?
Honey,
Huh?
I know there's guys out there, but it's sweetness. I'm not making it in a derogatory way. I'm just saying for the kid.
Yes.
Do you want your kids when they're older to have one of their friends go, hey, you want to see your mom naked? Kind of like what will happen to Britney Spears' kids, if it hasn't already. We all know that infamous camera photo. Everywhere you can think of, and then some.
Yeah. That was disturbing, by the way.
Nia, you had your moments. I'm going to give you that. But here's your problem, sweetness.
Big one.
You are more harmful in that ring.
Reckless, careless, dangerous. I could go on.
I said, I'll tell you right now. Aja Kong, Awesome Kong.
Awesome, yeah.
You would have done anything to either one of them. They would not give a fucking shit who
would have killed you.
related to, including Dwayne.
Exactly.
They would have told him, you butt out. Thanks, Rev. But here's what. Here's the newsflash I'm going to give you. You know what would have happened? Aja and Awesome would have told Dwayne to fuck himself. She fitting to get it. You'd have got your ass handed to you.
Exactly. And you wouldn't believe me. Those two women are powerful.
Okay?
Way more powerful
Let
than
me
you
tell
are.
you something. The only funniest thing that I will ever remember for you for your entire career is the tables match against CJ Perry in the Thunderdome. It is for one very specific viral moment that has become one of the greatest memes ever made. Oh, my butt. Oh, my hole. That was well mentioned on WWE programming for quite a while. Nia Jaxx's
what we call can't miss comedy right there.
Nia Jaxx's hole.
Oh, yeah.
The best meme ever. And I'm being generous.
The greatest.
I'm not being a dick to a degree because I don't want to. Because it's too easy.
Way too easy.
But Nia, you had my hole. And you could have ran with it. You could have ran with it. I wouldn't have rammed something with it, but you could have ran with it.
Well, I mean, they had to run with the face breaker thing after she punched Becky in the face before Survivor Series.
Nia, without you realizing it, you made Becky Lynch's career in a way. Not saying in the most literal sense.
The man would not have been the man if you had not clocked her.
If you hadn't done what you
broke her
did.
nose and gave her a concussion.
It did. She got taken out of that match.
Charlotte had to deprived us of Becky versus Ronda because you punched her. Damn you.
Well, guess what? You know what happened? I'm going to make it easier for you. Here's what happened. Nia doesn't punch Becky. Becky's career doesn't go where it's been.
Exactly. Doesn't go into the stratosphere.
Nia, you have had opportunities to get yourself over bigger. You've pissed them. The only one
Exactly.
I'll continue to ream you for it. My hole. You even had a fucking shirt made for you.
I remember seeing
You
that.
could have ran with this.
Yes.
This way. And
Exactly.
then when you're gone, honey, again, OF. No.
No.
I'm not saying that in a body shaming way either. So don't you motherfucking keyboard warriors even start that bullshit.
Don't start.
I'm talking.
Please don't.
You got better class than that.
Yeah.
Look at your family lineage.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Like, oh my God.
What
I'm
Joka would have said.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd had a mixed reaction.
Probably.
I'll say this about you. You are, to an extent, the women's version of Yokozuna. Not in a bad way. Not in a bad
way.
But the way that your outfit makes you look.
You look like you're wrapped in friggin'... You look like you're wrapped in fucking saran wrap here. Or Reynolds wrap with the outfit.
You need to tell the tailor to give you a better fucking outfit. Because that's what's causing the body shaming, sweetheart.
Right, exactly. If you had an
Open your
outfit
mouth.
that was, tailored to your body and fit you a lot better,
Open your hole.
People wouldn't be making fun of you right now.
Open your hole, Nia.
Please.
Okay, and we're not talking about the one
begging you right now.
match either. But I'm going to say this. I know at some point you're going to come face to face with Jade Card.
Yes.
You heard her.
You heard her. You're done, bitch.
You heard her. As much as I like Alyssa, we do not talk about those things.
No, we don't.
I'm out of it.
No, not a good idea.
We do not talk about that.
No, we don't.
That is
go
a
there.
no-no in this assignment. We never discuss that ever.
No, you keep the political beliefs at the door.
That is the rules.
You don't bring it up.
We don't bring it up ever because that's not what this show's about.
No.
Or Nia. You could have ran with my whole and never been released.
Exactly.
But
now,
you fucked this up.
Yes.
You don't get a reprieve.
No, you don't.
What I would have preferred you have done is not come back. I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner.
No.
You should have stayed home. Or better yet, you could have gone to the indies and fine-tuned your ass.
Exactly. Gotten more experience and then come back maybe a bit more seasoned and understanding what it's like to be careful in the ring and not try and hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if that was not your intentions or not.
Okay, shit. You've knocked people out. And unless
killed Kairi Sane.
That's just the rule. Kairi, the Pirate Princess, is the platinum example.
It's okay, Banky. Exactly. Did you not hear Kairi say, "I'm not ready"? Did you not hear her say that before you threw her into the steel steps?
I mean, Jesus Christ,
bitch.
Nia. If I had the book, you would have been gone. I would have been on that set with the referee and the fucking match. Tell her to see me in my office. I would have terminated you.
Yeah, right on the spot.
I would have fired. Which one was that? Was that the strawberry or the raspberry? I digress.
I don't know which one it was.
Before I put you.
I said, give me an O. Give me an N. Give me another O. What does that spell?
Oh no, before I flip the switch, Nia, you better head back to NXT and use the Performance Center.
Yes. Yeah.
Because now you're coming up and you will battle. At some point, you are going to go one-on-one with Jade Cargill. Yes, she's young. Yes, she's getting her stripes and her dues. Let me tell you something. there is a lot of notice now.
Mm-hmm.
You got
After what
lucky.
you did to Rhea Ripley, oh God.
You got fucking lucky.
Yeah.
I never had the book when you injured Kairi Sane. Or your fucking ass would have been on the unemployment line with explicit orders to every indie promotion. She is too fucking dangerous. I don't recommend you book her. And if you do, you better have good
It's
insurance.
on you. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't have hired you back. Even with the merger, I wouldn't have gave two shits or one flying fuck off a short pier if my son-in-law, Triple H, begged me on his knees and joined my infamous club. I wouldn't have cared. Because guess what? Newsflash, folks. I understand you are powerful. But if somebody is not set, you need to learn to buy fucking time. You suck at it.
Exactly.
So,
jeez,
Mrs. My Hole, we're about to crispy and deep fry you.
And I'm gonna look forward to it.
But with that said, doctor, make sure.
Who's the weirdo? She's giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Make sure of the following. There's Vaseline.
Yes. Yes.
We have the extra water
what else?
afterward, right? I mean, we're gonna have to wash the chair. We might as well wash our.
We're gonna have to do it. We got let's see, we got like peroxide.
We're gonna have to do a lot of sanitary things.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of it because oh my God.
We had to put the Vaseline on her hole. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor and myself would like to say these words. Nia Jaxx, bitch. You better not fuck this up.
Don't fuck this
I've
up.
been nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually not.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm being nice is because
I'm
waiting for you to fuck up.
Yes. Because if you do, we're going to have to put you back, and then we're really going to have to roast you.
I want you to be like Walt Disney off Wish.com. You need twice.
We don't need that.
I only did that once. That was to the old man. I haven't done it to CM Punk as much as I would like to. I have not done that to my victims already.
No.
Vince McMahon is the only one who's suffered by charity.
Only one.
I pray you do not come back.
And by the way, if you ever bonsai drop somebody again, you let go of the rope. Oh God.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best moment. Now, Doc, you have the Vaseline for her hole after we're done, right?
Yes, I do. It's all ready to go.
Switch.
Let's do it.
Let's eat.
Now comes the part where I relieve you, the little people, of the burden of your failed and useless lives. But as my plastic surgeon always said, if you gotta go, go with a smile.
Oh, I got a live one here. Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
So, Nia, you got it easy now. Oh, man.
Oh, damn it.
I didn't think her hole was going to smell, but damn it.
Oh,
Well,
God damn it.
we cannot say she's the first victim of the chair that actually,
Yeah.
afterward.
Very true.
We are, for this week, at the end. Now, before we get out of here, I got to tell you what happens next week. Who the victim will be. And I can tell you what my analysis chamber will be. Next week, and we mentioned it if you were listening in my what if chamber. Next week, we're going to take a trip 3+ years into the past. Impact Wrestling, the night the Ultimate Barrier was destroyed. David Callahan, Impact Champion. The Diamond Tessa Blanchard.
Yep.
Impact World title. Tessa Blanchard becomes the first woman to ever be men's world's heavyweight champion.
Yep. You're on mute, Mr. J.
I took Gotham's White Knight, and I brought him down to our level. It wasn't hard. See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Yikes.
So, with that said, what are we going to talk about next week? Who knows?
We'll find out.
Could be anything in MLW, could be NWA related. You don't know. But you already know what my chamber will entail. So, make sure to remember to show love, to get solace, to DAU, to W. Spread the word about them. Use the promo code. Don't forget the merch. You already.
Into the air, Junior Birdman, miss me. Yeah, watch me.
Don't forget to do that. You know to hit the like, share, subscribe, telegraph, telephone, telegram.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you, Bobby. Much love and appreciation. But, Doc, tell them how to find you.
You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok at Writing Cat. You can find me on YouTube, but I talk about different things on YouTube. And over to you, Mr. J.
That's right. And you all know how to find me. You just don't know when I'm going to pop up.
Exactly.
I always pop up in the Asylum. I pop up on Twitter. I can pop up on Instagram. I can pop up on Facebook. I can pop up on TikTok. I just don't know. Because chaos, as you know, all it takes is a little shove. But folks, tonight, I must bid you all adieu. I thank you for coming to visit. But now the asylum must be closed. We must sterilize the chair.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
so serious. That's why your approval ratings are so low. Hey, tell you what, try threatening me again, but this time, try it with a smile.
And, well, there's some things we don't want you to know about. Considering the fact that I can't say. But in closing, thank you again. I love you all. So to quote the cleaner, goodbye. Good night.
My life is nothing but a comedy.